This is a presentation of the Badlands Media Network. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is another beautiful day in creation. I feel so good this morning. I don't even feel like doing a damn show. I just want to wallow in feeling this goodness. Today is May 12th, 2023, and this is episode 85. Thank you for joining me. Um, Part of it, of course, is it's been an interesting week with so much going on. And in fact, I'm going to try and drop something in the chat now because, sometimes you got to let boys be little boys, and let us have our silly fun. There's a piece I want to play on the show, but I'm not because it is little boy humor. Uh, but I am going to put a link in the chat. It is of the Hodge twins. I'm sure y'all are familiar with them. And what what they were talking about Shaq's hilarious reaction to Charles Barkley the other night. And if you don't mind little boy humor, uh, click on that link when you get a chance and just revel in it with me, especially if you are, I don't know, either born and raised in the South or have been in the South, have picked up some of the flavor of the South, especially the black white variety of flavor. Um, that made the little boy stuff extra humorous to me. Your mileage may vary. Okay, I'm just saying. Um, Let me get back here. I've got to click on and make sure y'all can see me. I can see in the chat you can. Somebody loves the Hodge twins. Fantastic. They are funny and, my kind of funny. And that was a classic piece from them. So let me see if I can settle into this Friday. What is this? Before Mother's Day, right? I was saying in the Badlands Content Creators chat, the thing about, days like this, Mother's Day, Father's Day, they can be difficult when you lost a parent. My counsel is, you know, if your parents are alive in your memory, they walk with you every day. So we need to revel in that and in the remembrance of that. And for those of you who still have them, cherish them. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing, to feel that feeling uh, and enjoy it. You know, you can't let it get you down. You had them. They enjoyed you. You enjoyed them. You probably had some differences. That even makes it even more beautiful. The fact that you may very well have had some serious differences, um, even if you weren't able to correct them before. Uh, they know. They know. So I had still wanted to go down the colonizer thing. I think I'm just going to wait for next week on that. But man, I just saw so much. And, we ended the show. I ended the show yesterday because I do tend to go to bed earlier than what has been normal for me. And but for the last few years, that's been happening. And it's almost like, okay, this is your new normal. Just accept it. And then I get up quite early. So I missed all of the reaction to Trump's CNN devastation of the wokesters. And meaning fully, I had Officer Tatum, as you saw. That was about the only little snippet I saw the morning after, and I played, or at least tried to play something here. I think I kind of screwed that up. So it goes. The I need to find, because I'm testing out this Microsoft Edge, it may solve my problem, the frustration I have with this Acer laptop, because Acer does something weird with Chrome. Chrome is my preferred browser. They switch it over on the taskbar, then you got to go hunt, and I can't do that. It's too much during my damn show. And so this may be a solution because it does appear to be working. All right. Now, let's see if I can present a screen. And I hope I have queued this thing up properly. And I can find, yeah, I think this is it. It's sharing the audio. Y'all have likely seen this, but I want to just show it on the show.
Donald wins. Flawless victory. Fight.
I mean, I love these guys. I love these guys putting stuff together like that. That just, hey man, it's good stuff on a Friday morning. And I just hope y'all were able to laugh and enjoy that with me. Let me get to the chat. Good morning to each and every one of you. So incredibly pleased that y'all are joining me here. This woman that it looks like Elon is going to hire, we should have faith in her. Elon hires well. He's not going to hire an idiot wokester. Not going to happen. I highly doubt he's going to hire somebody who is going to stab him in the back on something this important. Probably going to be watching her closely. And if she don't work out, she don't work out. She's going to be gone. So I'm good with that. Brennan had a closed door hearing. Okay, there are a range of things that make it look like total victory is in the air. And that meeting is one of those 5149s. I talked to you before about Dawson S. Field, and some of his takes are truly outstanding. We can roll with them. Some of them seem highly questionable. And yesterday, of course, we talked about him putting out this. I thought there was going to be a kaboom. Where's my kaboom? And I think Dawson may be missing the mark here because either Brennan is in trouble, deep trouble, or Brennan has been part of this bigger sting. And I'm okay if he is. Again, total victory is what I'm looking for. If some sapsuckers who did not meet my approval, my apparent approval, happen to have been working for the good, 100% A-okay with that, including somebody like Brennan, because he will have played his role incredibly well if, in fact, he's working for the good. I'm okay with that. And so, but there's a lot of that stuff going on, and it looks like Congress. I'm not pissed off. Okay, let me just put it this way. There is enough at play where it definitely looks like we have proper control and we have proper investigatory actions already taken. Who was it? Oh, I didn't load this image. Let me try and load this image and talk on this point briefly because it fits with why I think today I'm feeling so good. I'm going to try and add an overlay. without too much disruption. And I just was enjoying the goodness so much this morning. I didn't find the time to go ahead and put this in. But many of you will likely have, oh goodness, is it not going to show properly? Many of you will likely have seen it. It's, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, John Harold, Just Human. Anyway, they're talking about General Nakasone. All right. I want y'all to understand the Army man in me reads this a certain way. And I may be totally wrong. All right. But this is incredibly good news. And it's incredibly good news because it says, to me, mission accomplished. Land the plane, dock the carrier, park the tanks, store your weapons. Mission accomplished. I feel very good about this. I feel very, very good about it. And if you're podcasting, here's the quote. Army General Paul Nakasone, the director of the National Security Agency, has told colleagues in the Biden administration he expects to step down from the helm of the nation's electronic spy agency and military cyber command in the coming months. According to people familiar with the matter, General Nakasone, 59 years old, has said he is eyeing a possible departure in August or September after spending more than 5 years jointly running the two organizations, one of the people said, while others said his timing was less precise. General Nakasone's plans could change in part because his deputy at NSA, George Barnes, also is expected to retire soon, the people said. Now, those two going hand in hand is what says to me, mission accomplished. Donald Trump put these people in place during his administration. I think we've all seen, and Joe Lang has been very good about pointing people in this direction. I think he put something out yesterday or the day before talking about, hey, remember when Obama disrespected Biden publicly? That was a tell. That was a tell. More than likely. Now, it likely was a tell that for whatever reason and whatever circumstances may have dictated it, Biden is under the control of President Trump's team. That's the way it seems now. Dawson would say the Bidens have been part of this larger sting, decades in the making, anti-money laundering, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, maybe not. I think it's a strong possibility that he's under, and the entire administration is limited and or controlled. Now, how? We may never get the full scoop, or we may get a full report. That's yet to be seen. But too many things have happened that say to me, they are controlled. This is part of my thing too about Ukraine. If you noticed, the chick, and I'm telling you, what did that stuff came out? She may be, that woman may have worked very well for us the other night, and unbeknownst to the wokesters, may very well have been working for us, on behalf of us, as an American patriot. Don't know, but so much is going on that they have to be dizzy, the wokesters. And if you saw their response, oh my goodness, I just yesterday kept looking at different things. It's like these people, Rick Wilson, my goodness, Florida boy, Tallahassee, that guy has frustrated me so. He was pissed. He was incredibly pissed. I should have I should have saved it to play on the show. I hope y'all saw it. He couldn't help himself. Oh, that was beautiful. That was just so beautiful. This guy, what is his name? Paul Joseph Watson, British boy, does a great job on some Twitter stuff. He had a great little piece on Trump's performance and Caitlin's ineffective moderation. Again, if it turns out that Caitlin had a role to play, oh my goodness, I love you because you played that role. Oh my goodness. She was incredible. If she's working for us, hats off to her. Let me check the chat real quick. You think she's the AI? Yeah, the Trump rally tomorrow in Iowa should be very interesting. I have committed to a high school friend to help clean up a cemetery in Green Cove Springs. I think I'm going to be real tired after that, and we'll crash and likely not see it, but I know y'all will fill me in. Eurythmy, you're not even from the South and you enjoy. Hey, you don't have to be. They just are authentically in and of that culture, which means they are in and of the American culture. It's just a particular flavor. And they just, I love how true they are to it. Oh, goodness. And, it's one of the beautiful things about being alive at this time. We have to revel in it amidst all the incredible frustration we've been forced to endure. But we really have to revel. Oh, Trish Casey 21. Congrats to your parents. Man, I hope they are enjoying that cruise, being able to take in real enjoyment in these years, especially. Give them my best. Yeah, your head to your heart. Yep. Your mother was right. Your mother was right. You're rhythmic. Oh, Maggie. You have to laugh. You have to laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. I got so many folks in my family. They watch that stuff. They love that stuff. They believe that stuff. We just have to persevere and have some understanding. It's not like they're idiots. I mean, it's not like they're idiots. It's one of the benefits of being essentially a Black Republican. One of the benefits, if you come up from the culture, and you likely were the same, you've seen these people who you love break bread with, laugh, have a great time with, and you know they're not idiots. But man, they have been fooled. So sympathy is in order. Oh, Darth K. Fantastic. In fact, Darth, that non-credit course, one of the reasons why I am okay and using, being in Gainesville now. Of course, this is my alma mater. This is the flagship. And I'm thinking about auditing a course. We have an incredible digital institute here working on video. There's an artificial intelligence institute here funded by the co-founder of NVIDIA. And NVIDIA in so many, he's a Gator grad. And NVIDIA in so many ways is driving the train on some of this artificial intelligence stuff. In fact, I shared in the content creator chat yesterday a video from a guy I happen to like on YouTube. Does a very good job covering stocks, technology, artificial intelligence. And he had I probably should have, maybe I'll do that on Monday. But he had a good take, and he said, man, the revolution is here. What you're going to be able to do as a content creator is exponentially different today than it was last month, let alone last year. And I am hinting to the people at Badlands Media, we need to be thinking about that. We need to be thinking big, very big, and I mean impact the culture big, so that we're having these conferences, and these little get-togethers and all like that. We need to be thinking about particularly having content creators, our group as currently constituted, inviting in some people from these media centers, LA, Miami, New York, who are like-minded and want to partner with us, work with us. There is no limit to the impact we can have in terms of writing movie scripts, doing some type of textbook approach, theology, faith-based. There's just so much that can be done. And, we have a diverse community of people interested in all kinds of different things. At GARD, I was sitting next to Justin Deschamps, and it's like, wow, you got a church in the Atlanta area? I didn't know that. Very interesting. Wife got up and sang a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. There's so much we can do, is what I'm saying. And given what our president has told us, better days are ahead and the best is yet to come, we need to take that to heart. Eurythmic, talking about your mother, the greatest distance, head to heart. We need to really think big. I'm very serious about that. We need to think big and purposeful. We don't have to be so rigid. And yesterday I saw an episode, Fearless, just Jason Whitlock. He was reveling in Trump's triumph too. And he's got TJ Moe on there. I love him, and I hate that I can't remember the rapper, but he had the rapper in the studio. And I thought, wow, they started to go down a road. It's like, okay, no, we don't need to. The rapper was sitting there talking about sitting out the 2024 election. What? This is where we have to be careful with people in our circle and pull them back from that type of ledge. That is foolish, even though he certainly thinks it's more biblically correct. He's passed judgment that we haven't suffered enough. Okay, but this is what we have to do. All right. Hopefully somebody can get to him. Hopefully somebody can get to Jason and say, hey, we don't need to be putting out that kind of stuff. Total victory is what we're staring at. We need a massive turnout to vote in 2024, because that is our duty as an American citizen in this realm. So, but this is the thing about life. It has to be lived. Conversations must be conducted. Y'all excuse me. Gotta have my coffee. I'm still thinking about prepping for a no coffee month, a no sugar month. That's going to be tough. But yeah, let me get ready to do my ad. Mitchie Me, Elon being integral in bringing in digital currency is a positive. What is there to be sad about? Digital, this is the thing, people. We already have digital currency. We already have it. I don't want to say we have the illusion of paper money that we're carrying around, but the utility of our current system is digital. The paper money we carry around is somewhat anachronistic in terms of the system that's being utilized. You don't see that we have a digital currency already, but we have a digital currency already. What they're talking about, the CBDC, is something that will be invasive and obliterate our constitutional, God-given, inalienable rights. That's the problem. And that's why I was happy to see Michael Saylor the other day say point blank on the Patrick Bet-David podcast. And he's very tuned in. He's very tuned in. He does not see any support on the Republican side or the Democrat side to make that happen. And they cannot just snap judgment, make it happen. I'm talking about the Fed. And if you're in the mindset I'm in today, total victory is in the air, then you know that it was supremely impactful bringing the Fed into the Department of Treasury. And just remember when that happened, a bunch of people went apeshit for good reason, for a very good reason. That's how you do the controlled demolition, right? To my way of thinking, that's how you do it. So, look, they may want, these legacy people, they may want to do this CBDC. They're not going to be able to do the CBDC in the United States. Some of these other countries, Russia, hey, knock yourself out. China, knock yourself out. It's not going to happen here. One of the reasons why I'm also feeling total victory in the air, I need to see if I can remember where I find this guy. And I may need to make a list to just present on Monday of next week. Oh my goodness. Hang tight. I think I know damn well I watched it, and I want to show you the YouTube. It's too long. Yep, there it is. I'm just going to show you the beginning of this video. And then after I show a minute or two, if I remember correct, I hope he ain't got an ad. I hope there's no, we'll see. Just hang on and let me pull up this video. Oh man. Of course, there has to be a problem. Why is it not coming up? Okay, it is coming up. For some reason, the TV system isn't showing me. I'll test it. Hopefully, it does pull up. Share the screen.
As countless inventions change the face of technology, two titans are locked in a fierce battle for technological supremacy, the US and China. But behind the scenes, there is a handful of companies that hold the keys to it all. Around 1/3 of all the new computing power every year around the world comes from just one company, Taiwan's pride and joy, TSMC. In fact, about 55% of all the contract manufacturing for chips, meaning like Apple's silicon, for example, Apple designs it and builds the architecture, but the actual fabrication happens at companies like TSMC. For the first time, some have started to wonder, is the fight for the control of the digital world a second, more dangerous Cold War? Let's find out. This is the Chip Wars. I'm Ricky, and this is 2-Bit Da Vinci.
All right. This guy, Ricky, is very good. If you've never seen the 2-Bit Da Vinci YouTube channel, check him out. Oh, you know what? Let me put a link in, in the chat. But yeah, I want you to watch that episode if at all possible. Library history. What the hell? No. See. That is the wrong channel. You know, I've added, for some reason, YouTube made me add another channel. And then, you know, I'm switching and looking at history. It's like, okay, that's not my history. But I got to do the ads too. Yes, I remember. Let me get this in, give you the link, and then go to my ads. 2-Bit Da Vinci. Let me. There is the link. All right, I'm sweating. Yeah, allergies, whatever. 30 minutes in, let me drink some coffee. And ads. I have to remember, you know. Yesterday, Jason Whitlock on his show, and he's only in his 50s, was forgetting, you know, stuff and saying essentially it's hell getting old. Yes, it is. And some of you out there now in your 40s may remember this moment when you get into your 60s. Stuff will just leave your head. Okay, we got 2 ads. I see my 2 in this block. Let me get to them while I'm in this new browser. Yeah. First up,
Benson Honey Farms delivers raw honey straight from the hive to your table. It is their mission to provide you the best raw honey at the lowest prices possible. By not pasteurizing, overheating, or filtering their honey, Benson Honey Farms ensures that all of its natural pollen and enzymes stay in the honey for maximum health benefits. So cut out the middleman and go straight to the source. Visit BensonHoneyFarms.com and use the rep code BADLANDS to place your order today. That's BensonHoneyFarms.com, rep code BADLANDS.
And, you know, when I think about Benson Honey and I think about Brad doing that ad, and then I'm talking to you about what we as a content creator network can do, I have people like Brad and Abby in mind. I mean, I have a lot more people who are not involved in the network currently, but within the network, everybody has a really interesting range of talent. And Brad and Abby, man, they can be a powerful duo going forward, utilizing this technology and in benefit to family businesses like the Benson Honey Farms. So please patronize them if you get a chance and you have the need for their products. We swear by them. Okay, next up is our good friends who might also, as a business, be able to do quite a bit with this new technology, Mike Lindell and MyPillow. So our current ad proves the point. As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. Mike has worked tirelessly before becoming involved in this patriot movement of ours, the MAGA movement, He didn't simply create the best pillow in his earlier life. Mike created the Giza Dream bed sheets. They look and feel great, and that means an even better night's sleep for all of us who have the product. Mike found the world's best cotton, and it's called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. Mike's Giza sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. For a limited time, you will receive 50% off the Giza Dream sheets. You will receive a set for as low as $29.98 using the promo code Badlands. Go to mypillow.com and enter your promo code Badlands to see your preferred pricing. You'll not only find this amazing offer, but you'll also find deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the MyPillow 2.0 mattress topper, the MyPillow towel sets, and so much more. Go to mypillow.com. Make sure you use the promo code Badlands. All right, I want to continue down the goodness of this week. I gave you the bit about Nakasone, and what it says to me. Your mileage may vary, but there's just so much going on. I pulled up some other videos, and the algorithm sometimes, you know what, I'm not gonna put this video on for play, but the algorithm suggested something to me this morning, and I just thought, wow, ordinarily I never would look at something like this, but it was very interesting, and definitely from a Black American point of view, but it was talking about Simone Biles. She just got married to a football player from the Houston Texans, and some people were bitching and moaning about her hair. And I know who Simone Biles is. I've watched and been in amazement at what the woman can do as a gymnast. I haven't obsessed about Simone Biles. I haven't tried to find out anything about her history and all this. I didn't know all kinds of stuff, but this woman at this particular site walked through her history, her mother, her grandfather. It's just like, okay, wow. I'm even more impressed, very impressed with this woman. And I'll tell you, the backbone, and I don't want to get overly black here, but within our community, you love to see someone who knows how beautiful they are, ain't got to be told how beautiful they are, ain't got to worry about her hair or what the hell any damn body thinks about her hair. She's comfortable in her own skin. And that's what I love looking at this video. So I'm going to put this link in there. Again, not the kind of thing I ordinarily would have watched, but I was glad I did. It gave me a lot of information on Simone, and it made me tremendously proud, just as an American, somebody who obviously understands something about herself as a first sovereign, agency, personal responsibility. And I saw the woman put in there some tweet Simone put out there in response to people hyper criticizing her, this, that, or the other during the wedding. She had a very simple wedding. And she basically said, I don't really give a damn. And I don't think it was said, it was heartfelt. She absolutely meant it. So I put that link in there, and it just made me feel super good this morning. You know how you can just, somebody you come across and you say, you know what, there's hope for this world. There's hope for this world. That's what the Simone Biles video said for me. I'm going to put another link in for you And I'm rambling, but again, this was my morning. You probably know I love Cathie Wood, ARK Invest. Technological innovation is their thing. Investing in technological innovation is their thing. She is consistently being proven correct, even though people keep bitching and moaning because of volatility. There are periods when her funds will be down. But this woman is kicking ass and taking names. And I think she's highly worthy of your attention. Stephen Mark Ryan is also all in on Tesla. He has taught me so much about the BS that's performed on Wall Street and why these analyses that so many Americans rely upon, totally manipulated by parasitical middlemen. Just makes no damn sense. And hey, the industry demands it, and so this is what they regurgitate. But that's no good. And I highly, highly recommend you also give Stephen Mark Ryan a listen, a regular watch. Both of them, Cathie Wood and Stephen Mark Ryan. This is my bias. I'm just giving you some flavor on what informs me and my opinion. If you ever are wondering, okay, why does he think that? That doesn't make sense. These are two of the primary reasons, these two people. Now, the thing about this video, Axios, again, mainstream media, definite establishment agenda. They hosted a conference, and so then there's Cathie. If you watch this, Stephen will make it very plain to you. But I think even if you didn't have Stephen narrating for you, you would have seen what the host was doing. It's very plain, clearly anti-Elon. She's talking as if Twitter has suffered. It's had some outages. I haven't seen any outages since Elon took over. Nothing of note. The performance of the platform is clearly better. Nothing negative, but they are desperate for negative news about this. Anyway, so I put the link in there for Stephen Mark Ryan and Cathie Wood. You can copy and paste at your leisure his headline for those on podcast. Cathie Wood roasts the Elon bad NPC, and it's glorious. And he's right. I mean, Cathie didn't blink. She held firm, and it was a beautiful presentation. Okay, so I can move on from there. I want to quickly, given that it is Friday. Good morning, Vito. The Great Reset is coming, Doc. Yeah, and here's the thing. My personal opinion, Darth, is nobody's picking up the check. There's going to be a Jubilee of sorts. It's going to be a modernized version of Jubilee, but you've got nation states all over the globe with an unsustainable debt load. They will never pay off that debt. It's going to be zeroed out, to me, globally. People talk about the global south and what China's been trying to do in Africa and all this other kind of stuff, and that game is up. It only has, at most, another year or three to play out, but that game is up. And I saw another, I don't want to get off track. It was a beautiful video the BBC did on South Africa and the fact that they can't keep their lights on. And I really don't want to get into a black-white thing here, but they have foolishly allowed for ridiculous corruption to come into their provision of electricity. So now every damn day in South Africa, they're having these little brownouts. The lights go off for a set period of time because the grid cannot handle the load required in the country. And it can't handle the load required in the country because these sapsuckers in the African National Congress have seen this as their piggy bank, and they've been stealing money from the electric utility to line their pockets. And so they don't have necessary upkeep of infrastructure. Then they obviously hired some dumbasses to build some coal-fired plants. They didn't build it properly or well enough to standard. There are some issues. They're having to go back and it's just a mess. It's a total mess. And so part of that is communism. You know, the ANC has a communistic mindset. Russia's stupidity has been imparted to them, even to Nelson Mandela when he got out. I mean, these people had backed him. And Africans are not good human beings, I think, aren't good at, yes, they gave you support in your time of need, but you need to rationally think forward. Are they right? Do they have the better system for your people? Not for your punk ass to line your pockets. And what you have to understand, communism doesn't work, never has worked, never can work. Vladimir Putin, you can best believe he's lining his pockets. You can best believe he's got oligarchs. Deripaska, hello. Nobody in that Russian sphere became an oligarch without Vladimir Putin signing off on them. None of them. In Ukraine, too. So, anyway, this is what has me saying total victory is near, because all of that crap is collapsing. The people in South Africa are getting sick of this nonsense. It's stupid. They're the richest country in Africa, I do believe. And, you know, they've just screwed up so much. They've squandered so much opportunity on black-white nonsense. Do you have the technical knowledge or don't you? If you're going to force in some mentoring training, you better force in only people who have the technical candle power to handle the subject. And they have the ethical and moral background to be entrusted with. And this is the problem. This is where everything goes off, you know, that ethical, moral background. It all comes back to faith in God Almighty. Okay, so I'm never going to catch up with the chat, unfortunately. Yeah. Faith over fear, Eurythmic, exactly. Trump has faith in Elon, no question about it. And they know that Tucker has seen the light. And we can't hold Tucker's background against him. We've all been in places where we would not want our background to be held against us. We live and we learn. We grow. I think we're in very good shape. Good morning, Mrs. Watley. The battlefield is very confusing on purpose, no doubt about it. Yeah, defund the liberals. The thing about Brennan and being a Muslim, again, so much of it comes back to the 5149. I'm not big on the guy. Becoming a Muslim and then working your way up the chain, I can see how that could be a damn good cover. I'm just saying, I don't know. And Mitchie Me, goodness, I think about you sometimes. I saw Viva Fry the other day. What the hell is happening in Canada? This kid, they put him out of school because he said there are two genders. They've put his parents on indefinite suspension or leave for the crime of having a child. What is going on in Canada? Is it time to march on the? I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I've addressed the Twitter CEO. I'm A-OK with her. Everything I've heard, everything I've seen, A-OK. And if she gets out of line, her ass will be fired. Vito, because I have my friend, I haven't talked to my friend in quite some time, and man, he's big on the XRP. I'm not going to talk too much yang about XRP. He or his wife may be listening. I just kept saying and keep saying, hey man, get the Bitcoin. Roll with the Bitcoin. Yeah, Georgia. This is part of my total victory is in the air, Maggie. That Fulton County foolishness. Oh man, they just, when I say these people are too clever by half, oh my, they just laid down crumbs everywhere on the stupidity they did. Everywhere. It will never stand up to scrutiny. Arizona could be huge today. It could be. They may still be stuck on stupid. So many courts are, but it could be big today. Pet weirdo. Yeah, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Time. Okay. I didn't do my other two ads. I do need to do my other two ads. Give me a minute before I race to the closing. Let me see if I can remember. I do remember. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still welcoming a new advertiser with us, The Wellness Company. Over the last few months, you have heard a lot about spike protein. I saw a video on Epoch Times. I started to play a bit of it today. I'll probably do that on Monday. Talking about the RNA in the food cycle, you know, feeding the cows. Oh my goodness. So much of this stuff we got to get a hold of. But this is the reason why we have the Wellness Company advertising to us. The truth is that when mask mandates and shutdowns are little more than a distant memory, the legacy of COVID and the COVID-19 vaccines will continue to plague us in the form of spike protein. That's where the Wellness Company's spike support formula can help. Whether you have been vaccinated or not, spike protein is something you should be concerned about. But the good news is that the Wellness Company has seen some really exciting research on how to best control and combat spike protein. Studies have shown that nattokinase and dandelion root extract are showing great potential in protecting you and your family from spike protein. Dr. Peter McCullough and the team at the Wellness Company have the only product on the market, Spike Support, that contains both nattokinase and dandelion root extract, as well as black sativa extract, green tea extract, and Irish sea moss. Go to spikedefend.com to order Spike Support today and use promo code BADLANDS for 10% off. That's spikedefend.com, promo code BADLANDS. Yeah, the stuff, it was far beyond what I thought. And I mean, it's like they have a protocol in which you utilize this stuff as a business owner, and then a period between which you have to wait for that insertion of stuff to process through the body so that it does not reach us down the food chain in terms of what you're eating. But how's the research on that? And how much can we trust the research on that? And it's just, what are they putting in our food product? You know, animals that feed, it's a lot more than what I might have imagined. So, okay, last ad of the day. from my good friend, Kirk Elliott.
Silicon Valley Bank debacle demonstrated just how fragile our banking system can be. We don't know what the future holds, but history has shown us that physical gold and silver are a reliable store of value to protect your wealth. Don't let fear of the unknown paralyze you. Take the first step towards securing your financial future. Reach out to Kirk and his team at kirkelliottphd.com/badlands. That's kirkelliottphd.com/badlands.
Again, I highly recommend y'all, if you are not tracking Joe Lang on Telegram, in the Spitballs chat, or on his own little channel where he puts his submissions, I think, one after the other. I may just have to focus one day on, here's what Joe thinks, and here's what he's saying. But Joe remains big on the transition is going to be into a gold-backed United States dollar. He may be correct. I am persuaded by what I've seen from people who tout the advantages of Bitcoin, and I believe them. Gold is open to manipulation by parasitical middlemen. It may be mitigated, the manipulation, but it's an extractive industry, and that allows for government manipulation. Bitcoin doesn't allow that. Quite the opposite. They're still trying to figure out how to really manipulate Bitcoin, and they just haven't been able to. Sam Bankman-Fried tried to take it down with fake paper Bitcoin. Couldn't do it. So here we are. End of a beautiful week. We may have to denote what the first full week of, what is today? The 12th. Second week of May, I guess. Mother's Day week. Maybe this is how we will. And that might be appropriate, a real change began to occur the week of Mother's Day 2023. That might be how we have to look at this. And while I'm sitting here dreaming and speculating, wouldn't it be interesting? Now, my birthday every year is right around Father's Day. Wouldn't it be interesting to have a period between Mother's Day and Father's Day when we get back on the good foot, and we don't have to speculate about getting back on the good foot? It's not some hidden drip, drip, drip. There are tangible, observable, documented actions that demonstrate we've gotten back on the good foot. I'm looking forward. I'm hopeful that will be the case. I don't need it to be the case because I do have faith. I know that God wins. And in this realm, there can only be one, and that is the United States of America. We are a force for good, and we have an unassailable lead if you really think it through. We just have to make sure, as first sovereigns within this country, with something of an understanding of agency and responsibility, not just to our nation, but to the globe, that we are worthy of this position we've been put in. We must be worthy. Okay. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I think Badlands Media is working to help the nation be introspective, be hopeful, and be neighborly as we do work to stay on the straight and narrow and be worthy of our place in this world. Thank you for joining me, ruminating with me on the possibilities going forward, and remaining optimistic with me. I look to see you bright and early on Monday morning. Later, Gators.